In the art of dueling, somebody usually dies, which means that's their last duel. Beer, 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 beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Mate Brewski from the Rooski Brewski Review. And today, the beer I have for you is by the Perth Brewing Company, or Brewery, sorry, out of Perth, Ontario. This is their last Duel lager. Last lager you'll have if you die during your final duel. Very, very interesting. That's just what I made. It's not a slogan on the can, don't worry. Coming in at 4.5% alcohol by volume and an unlisted IBU. Not here on the very blue can with two gentlemen walking 10 paces back to back to prepare for that duel. Looking on the website, it's showing that the last duel lager is coming in at 12 IBUs. So not super bitter at all, just like most lagers. I think, 99% of lagers are not that bitter. So let's crack this open, see what we got. Awesome. Pouring it into my Great Lakes Brewery pop can style glass. Pretty light in color. There we go, that's about half or so. Looking at the color, it is super, super clear. Holy crap, I don't think I've seen a clearer beer. Like, look, you can see my head right through the... Yeah. Imagine doing a review like that. That would be very, very interesting. But yes, super clear, like absolute crystal clear. With a little bit of, white head on top. Wow, I'm kind of just fascinated how clear that beer is. Really, really cool. Let's have a smell. Yeah, I'm getting some typical light lager notes. A little bit of sweet corn, a little bit of butterscotch, like light butterscotch. Light caramel. Just fresh and refreshing. Sort of like a, nice breeze on a cool day. Pretty straightforward. Let's have a sip. Alright. It's a light lager. That's for sure. Very, very minimal flavor on this. Minimal flavor to this. Just like a light beer. When you think of the flavor of beer, which is nothing specific in most people's mind, it's exactly what it is. It's just a light beer. Maybe I gotta dive in more. So cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Yeah, sweet corn, a little bit of grassiness, a little bit of hay. Pretty much sums it up. It's a light beer. It's refreshing. It's crisp as all hell. Light-bodied. Is it anything special? Is there anything that sets it apart or makes it really, really unique? No, not really. Not really at all. It's kind of just straightforward. Here's a light lager. There you go. But something about it, even though the lack of a diverse flavor profile is its crispness and refreshingness, this thing goes down and just seems to just, wow, yeah. Like, I feel, it's going to sound really, really corny, but I feel refreshed. After having a sip of this, it's like having a nice big sip of water that you're just craving. And you get that really nice refreshing feeling, like that just coats your mouth and you just goes through you and you're just refreshed. That's what's doing it for me right now. Yeah, but am I blown away by a crazy flavor profile, even if it is a light lager? No. I've had many other light lagers that contain way more diverse flavor and a nicer flavor profile than this, but the refreshingness of this beer is top notch. Speaking of which, I kind of want to learn more about this last Duel, so we're going to read the can. Whet Your Thistle. June 1833, Perth, Ontario. Canada's last fatal duel was fought over an insult to a young lady. The winner got the girl, and we know what happened to the loser. Hearkening back to this... Never heard that word before. Cool. Hearkening back to this town's bold traditions of chivalry and honor, this is one refreshing lager that stands tall and shoots straight. Sorry. Keep refrigerated. Ingredients are water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. Other than that, Perth Brewery in Perth, Ontario, blah 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 blah. On the bottom, packaged on 06/03/19. So, 6th of March 2019. Very, very nice. All it's missing is IBUs. Does not have the IBU on the can, which actually kind of surprises me because the other can that I did, Budbuster, did have IBUs here on the can, just right beside the alcohol by volume. So I'm not too sure why there's no IBUs here on the last Duel lager. Who knows? But damn, does that hit the spot. Like I said, not too big of a flavor profile. Sweet corn, a little bit of light butterscotch, very light caramel, more grassy hay, sort of refreshing cool breeze, if that makes sense. But the refreshingness is top notch. Moving over to the website now, perthbrewery.ca, and you go to the beer section or the beer tab, and you scroll down a little bit, and you have the last Duel lager. Sadly, not a ton of information, but a little bit of a separate description and a list and the IBU rating as well. Like I said before, IBU is coming in at 12, and this new description reads: a light-bodied, thirst-quenching craft lager with a crisp, clean finish, great for when you just want a beer. Couldn't have said it better myself. It seems like they're not trying to be super fancy with it. It's just, boom, light lager. You want something refreshing? Here you go. Nothing to it. Goes down smooth. Just super enjoyable. And you know what I have to say? That this beer, if you want to get into the craft brew scene, but you know you're not up for an IPA or anything super fancy, hey, your last Duel, right up your alley. Tastes like a beer, like a regular old macro beer, with a super refreshing hit. And yeah, you're kind of set. You're set on your path to drink something a little bit different, but without getting too crazy at all. So a perfect beer, perfect introductory beer to the craft beer scene. That's one for the books. If you do want to pick up the last Duel lager, you can pick up a single can like this for $2.85 from the LCBO. Finally, moving over to Untappd, the last Duel lager has been given a 3.3 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of just over 1,700 ratings. You know what? It's nothing crazy. It's nothing super diverse of a flavor profile. But do I feel refreshed? Is it doing its job? Damn straight. So cheers on the final sip. Cheers on the final refreshing sip. Let's get right to ratings. That just tastes like a solid ass beer. Does its job beautifully. No complaints really. I do wish sometimes there was a bit more flavor, but you know what? Sometimes you don't need crazy flavor profiles on beers. You just want something straight up, easy to drink, no BS. This is it. That's why last Duel, just because it's so damn refreshing and just makes me feel like I'm having a solid beer. 8 out of 10 for me. If there was a little bit more flavor profile, I think that'd be cool. But would it take away from its just simplicity? Yeah, it would. So 8 out of 10 for me. Solid stuff. As for the can design, so far I'm very impressed with with Perth Brewery's can design. They're very flashy, yet not super busy. And you get most of your information that you're looking for. The other one had IBUs. This one sadly doesn't, but it has everything else. ABV, description, ingredients, best before brewed on date, solid stuff. Thankfully, the website does make up for the lack of IBUs on the can, and also with more of a separate description from the can itself. So that's really, really cool. Overall presentation gets a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want me to review in the future, leave all that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Mate Brewski, we greatly appreciate it as well. And with all that said, that's going to do it for me, Mate Brewski. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. Light lager, light lager, goes down and refreshes the hell out of you. Cheers.